Okay. Okay, hello everyone. Today we're gonna continue playing Tyranny. This is gonna be part 7. Let's go on. Last time we we started completing one of the main quests of the game of like clearing like the old castle that have been defying the evil order who we're working for. In the series, we started with a series of skirmishes and I had to restart it a couple of times, so now we're just gonna go through it, and maybe by the end of this story thread we'll have a boss fight.
Right. Can't do that.
Okay.
Look. Stalwart provides! Those words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
It's a tough job being so remarkable all the time. I'm terrible at this! How am I not dead yet?
Consider. Right.
Too easy.
I'll omit that from the record.
Ooh, ring blade. That looks cool, but it seems like a bronze weapon.
I got it.
We at the stage of a game where we can just gather iron weapons and be good with it. Okay, where are we gonna go? Okay, Eb's gonna be our wizard, so she will be wearing light armor regardless, so that's okay.
Sorry, I can't.
You want me to be subtle? Fine.
Will do. As you command.
I'm enjoying this a little too much.
That's a bolt.
I've got you now! That one.
Oh, wrong weapon for the job. I need to try something else.
Oh, come on, stop.
Ride the beast, woman! I got it. This is embarrassing. Get back here!
every dumbass mistake of mine. Oh, wrong weapon for the job. I need to try something else. Oh, wrong weapon.
Yeah, main character improved. Oh. Yeah. Get this one. We're gonna try to get a little bit into everything. Still pretty good with leadership and defense, so should be good.
On it. Sorry, I can't.
Well, while those guys are helping us with the go for everything.
On it.
This is embarrassing.
Got you now. Hey, nobody saw that, right? Oh, wrong weapon for the job. I need to try something else. Oh, if I had an iron ring for every dumbass mistake of mine.
Right.
Idiot. Nothing. What was I thinking?
I kind of
This
like
weapon is like nipples on men. Useless.
one thing that I do find is somewhat annoying in the game is that it doesn't tell us like how much health the
Oh, if I
characters
had an
have
iron
left.
ring for every dumbass mistake
Like,
of mine.
yeah, I understand we're supposed to know based on like whether
see
it's
Beast
like
Woman's miss.
green, yellow, orange, or red, but
I need to try a different
just
tactic.
don't feel
This
like
isn't working.
I just don't know whether my weapon deals a lot of damage and they're just as tanky, or I'm for whatever reason don't deal enough damage relative to how much they help. Like, yeah, I get like the damage. I get like feedback on like the damage
On it.
I do, but is it a lot? Is it not enough? Am I just like, or are those just very, very tough enemies in that specific place?
Will do. Right. Sorry, I can't.
Next up is sub-refuge. And the Killing Shadow will soon, well, relatively soon, level up. That's gonna be good. Great would be if
Cut the banter and stay low.
More tallies for the body count.
Oh, wrong weapon for the job. I need to try something else.
I'll omit that from the record.
Hey, nobody saw that, right?
was bad.
Holy shit! Focus!
Oh, this weapon is like nipples on men. Useless. That which doesn't kill me leaves me bitter and jaded.
Bleed and beg to live.
Got you now.
Don't fear.
I feel...
Hurts bad.
This guy is super
Good.
strong.
Always in fight or die in darkness.
I guess this is gonna be the moment where I'm gonna be dying a lot. Maybe I should have taken the Barak with me. He would have been a great tank.
On it.
Fear.
On it.
Swipe miss.
I need to try different tactics. This isn't working.
Stalwart prevails! This weapon is entirely worthless.
By your
Come on.
command.
How the fuck did I get?
Oh, this weapon is like nipples on men. Useless.
Is that ink? No, wait. It's blood.
I need to try a different tactic. This isn't working. That which doesn't kill me leaves me bitter and jaded.
Where did all this blood come?
Oh, come on.
Right.
Yep. Nope, nope. I decided I need to get somebody else with me. I'll probably replace Ab with Barak. Hill and Shadow might be replaced with what's the one that constantly sings and would be a royal pain in the ass.
I'll see what I can do.
With the following dodge and rescued by the Edict of Storms, you make out the ship instead of a small group ahead of you. Feeling lightly armed and armored, the group pulls precautions away. They have not to the help them. Wary of your presence, the travel halt when you hail them and wait to approach. Their emaciated faces make it clear that Hannibal's left them weak. I'll step forward to explain that they are scavengers from all sorts, hoping to trade their hold in exchange for food for their families. They glanced at the good reveals that had been carrying remnants of bronze and iron arms like the carved from the blade grave. The leader of the group had bowed deeply in deference and asked if they may pass. Yeah, just... Okay, we're gonna escort them, that's gonna be a good one. Escorting the travelers, you lead them through the ragged ways to the blaze grave broken border. They thank you profusely for assistance, swearing, spread the word of view of fairness to the others installed. The leader showed appreciation with few pieces of scrap before they continue the march from the Edict of Storm. Okay, that's just a very strategic. We're trying to make everybody like us because we are we are evil overlords FBI. Or maybe CIA, I'm not sure. Or we might actually be both, all things considering. Ports, my friend. Now let's get the barricade. Thank you, Lantry. Maybe Ab. Spiral us for such a long and interrupted view. Thunderous, strained and limitation more to my liking, though it's nice to feel the breeze riding through the east place of solid rust.
My Lord Binder, you have something which requires my attention? What can I do for you? If you would have me travel at your side, then I am not opposed to seeing more of this degenerate realm. Onward.
Okay, so...
I'll tack homeward. See you there.
Here. Okay, that was a good one. You, what's gonna be you? Okay, I need to remember. The Marine.
Can't do that.
Tamarin, would you... I need you to trade with me. For very important reasons. Hmm. Okay, so no woman's head, nope. And once again, we need to get... Okay, honestly, none of what we have in terms of armor is actually has any perks to it, so we can just sell it all. Again, I was stupid enough. I did not actually... Ooh, that one would be good. Let's go to few more. We're going to Sunset Spire. Yes, this is... We need to be... I've come to help you, dear. Voiceover told me to go up to the spire and fight the created by body of tunes. Here I am. I'm a puppet, and the master bade me keep you entertained, sharp and battle ready. Would you to try your hands in my bow or shall we trade stories? No, I'm not good with either of those. Okay, who is who? Danara. Glory to voices of Nerad. It would be shame if someone pushed you off the edge. Managed to return in natural anger, she didn't sound so now bones and then had Batsy to break away from the fight. Dazed, she shakes the head to refocus, getting up in the head. Oh, I wish I could say that I've made a decision, but this is a bad one. Bad notch, yeah. We can spot. That was a good one. Okay, so
Sorry, I can't.
okay, so we are preparing for our battle a little bit more thoroughly. We are now slightly a higher average level. Nara eyes along Corpseye. Let's visit Corpseye and sell all our weapons, all our stuff that is not important, so all these. Ooh, crimson. That's a good one. It's not stripped. Ravas.
Can't do that.
Ravas, we need your help. He's alone. Battery, would you kindly be a little bit more accurate? And as for this, okay, so I think that the way we're traveling will eventually just pass through the entire year. We have upgraded most of our weapons. We have given Bark a pretty good weapon now. Yeah, we have sufficiently improved almost everybody, so that's good. Maybe we now will have a chance. Or at least it's not gonna be so one-sided. I mean, I have camping supplies, and if I'm wounded in this one, I can just wait. But if I just keep on dying and dying and dying and dying and dying and dying, I would have to, like, I don't know, really strange thing, because I'm pretty sure I took most of the, if not all the quests that I could.
Time to lighten my step.
On it.
Your days end here!
Consider.
Okay.
I will aid
Swipe missed.
Get back here!
Hey, it's hard.
My wisdom is finally catching up to my age.
You did not see Beast Woman's miss. Attack again.
if you can.
Oh, come on! Stop fucking me up like that. Those are super annoying.
I'll take care of you.
It's a hit!
I'll take care of it.
Shadow on the strikes.
Okay, now that I have a better team on my side, it's a little bit easier.
My blood spills.
Steadfast stand. Okay, so we found the thing. Maybe she can, maybe the killing shadow will be able to do more critical damage. Okay, check. Remedy Regent. I'm going to make this very simple for both of us. You can join us in Scarlet Coast and create prosperous future in the tiers, or well, isn't a second option. See how easy it can be, trying not to complicate matters by thinking about it for too long. Elite soldiers absorbed into Voices of Nara's slave army. Scarlet Coast will now control Sentinel's town. This is the House of Regent, not the squatting den of your verminous gangs. We don't have to kill each other, Regent. The Voices of Nara has a number of offers on the table, and many of them end with you enjoying a long life, or some semblance of life. You came here to kill the Regent, not to conscript him. You lied to me. I did no such thing. The voices of needs the edict to stand while longer. Your revenge can wait until our war with the disfavored is finished. Stay back, I tell you, the voices will have to seek his amusement elsewhere. I refuse to become servant of Kairos. And haven't you served Kairos by keeping Edict alive, Regent? As much as I would take pleasure in killing you, please remember that I'm here to offer you an alternative. I would not subject my worst enemy to the mercies you offered. None of us will come quietly. This is my seat of power, and I will not stand over the likes of lost-up brigands. You understand nothing of power, Regent. Those stones belong to those with strength to keep them. Right now, this isn't you. Remember, we want him alive.
Set him at me!
I'll omit that from the record.
I will aid you.
Right.
Oh, come on, you meant to tell me that this that the one before was
Consider it done.
Humans did not see Beast Woman's miss. Nope.
Are you afraid of death, worm?
This weapon is entirely worthless.
If only I had the breath to spend defying you, but I fear the fight has left me. Judges, I'm not above dragging your mangled and shrieking back to cacophony. If you think this is finished, you're quite mistaken the matter. You filth, you expect sympathy after what you've done. It wasn't enough to keep Edict alive. You fought us to protect it. Star Wars is finished with your miserable reign and will be stronger without you. I won't let you do this. Amelia alive, but you came to the Regent defense. What is the meaning of this playing yourself go? Who else could use the explanation? Yeah, that's definitely something, because I thought she was a captive. Unless I got so lost in what was happening that I literally missed that. And someone else could use to drink, but you don't see me breaking into your home and slaughtering my way with the decanter, do you? Version without ending, sir, but nothing to distill. I'm not the northern warlord I once was. Sitting out the conflict made me see the conflict from a different perspective. We were wrong. Kairos led us from the right path centuries ago. We marched south to finish the Overlord's work, but don't you see that the tears are the last chance for us to make this right? You took your sweet time coming to your senses. The unbroken could have used a sympathetic defector, but that dream is all but shattered now. I should kill you for fighting with the Regent, but the Scarlet Horus has other plans. You're a prisoner. What happened? This is no time for a story. Not all will have our blades pointed at each other. If any of us survive this, which I suspect isn't likely, I'll tell you everything, but right now you need to stand down and back away from the Regent. Why are you fighting for Star-Lord? Because Star-Lord has fighting just to winning back the independence. Come on, seriously? Even with the Scarlet Horse and the disfavored fighting each other, I honestly doubt it. Because we invaded this realm on the mad whim of a tyrant because of many reasons. Fighting for a regent is treason. By whose definition of what? Not yours, I'm sure. No, you and the rest of Fatebinders are nothing but mouthpieces of Kairos' law. Assist and you barely understand, and my father kills to defend. My father. I love my father, but it's nothing compared to the life. Not for the father of Amelia. Please be silent. It's over, you understand? Dying, so you strength for more important things. The masters didn't send you to resolve the edict, yet I lie stricken before you. Whatever strength I possess, I will use it to stop you from taking Amelia or my people. They deserve more than I could ever give them, and better than the dark future voice promised. might have been more useful alive, but there is no helping that now. Prepare yourself. I bet my orders didn't specify mercy. Familiar coming beneath the voices of Nara. Okay, now I'm thinking that considering the Scarlet Force have been really shady, I might need to stop the edicts. If it ruins the Voices of Nara's plan, that might be of the benefit to me, because again, I am not working for Voices of Nara or Scarlet Corps. I'm working for the Tunon. Amelia, stop. You have to keep your promise, remember? Power is determined that Amelia fails for resignation. She delivers a hard nod and leaves the room, threatening you kill and look her way out. Amelia disappears into another room where I'm going to watch what you're about to unfold. I can just tell this one isn't going to come peacefully. Judging from blood loss alone, he won't survive being carried out this fortress. Those will be disappointed, but it couldn't be avoided. Should we offer Brown Bottom here the honor of dispatching the last regent? It looks to me as if he is championing the bitter opportunity. Like nothing better than to run spike through the... Yeah, might as well. The Stadia's body falls to the ground and you watch the blood fall onto the floor in silence. There is a feeling of anticipation in the air. But a second pass, it never materializes into anything. The surge of arcane energy and sense of ready to experience a session hole is missing. Feel the hollow storm outside and realize that the edict endures. Seriously, understood that edict storm would fade when the last of the regent died. Could we have been mistaken?
No reason to tarry.
Looking at Mary regarded you with the brim tears yet blazed with hints of a father's grim resolve. Because I'm ready to remember to face you down. Stay away from my daughter, you will not have her. Oh, no. Oh. I honestly think that maybe this one is obvious. So, the good question would be, did Amelia knew? Because if yes, that would change of how I proceed. Suspected that bloodline would implicate my baby in Kyrus' eyes, but I knew nothing for certain until this moment. Don't ask me to interpret the Overlord Heartless design. I have no love for the edict. If that's what you're asking, it torn a noble realm to pieces, fractured the pillars of a culture, and ruined countless lives. But I have a responsibility to the people of Star to preserve their heritage and leadership. My father and the other Archons destroyed this nation. She and I, we can help put it together. What a curious development this has become. Desperation are follow, of course, but there are many other turns searching within the wings. Now that you've killed Sardi's Guardian, she is. She has nothing to do with Kyrus or the edict. You have no right to judge her on the basis of her blood. My Strader is the younger. He showed me kindness behind these walls and taught me about Stout and Tears. The culture and heritage that made these people the pride of the realm. Yeah, he died in 33rd year of conquest, and his favorite spear pinned him to the ground he fought to defend, and he never rose again. The regent remains in sentinel stand for her protection. The edict was his responsibility to shoulder, not hers. My daughter will not be another victim of Kyrus' conquest, because the blood of the North coursing through her veins, and no one has the right to take her life. You know, I see this an opportunity in disguise. Asher will never take Amelia back or recognize his granddaughter. We don't even want the edict to dispel. Asher and his forces are weakened in their own territory. Amelia, it would be my honor to invite you to the Chaos Scout Corps Asylum. If you will, the Voices of Nara would be more than happy to ensure your child's safety. You think me a simpleton? I know that the voices is a monster, void of lies and empty promises that the house soon for. Yet, can you guarantee my daughter's safety? I'm not looking for a law speech or some practical declaration. You're just tell it to me straight. Ooh, that's a tough choice. You see alternative before you. Besides running with blades through your heart, I'm no pushover, I warn you. Anything goes. I don't have any illusions about my odds. How can I live my total life to a chance? Can you think of a single reason why you would die now rather than choose life? Chance for a better life than she would have here. Accepted. Very well, there is an honest air about you. I suppose there would be if you worked for the voice, but I haven't anyone else in the world to trust, do I? Miller walks to nearby crypt and gently lifts her daughter, cradling her close. Jagged Remedy helpfully gestures towards the door, ushering her out. I'd call this our best chance of fortune since the war began. Not only do we possess the key to the Edicts of Storm, but Greynash and any loyalist to the fallen regent will think twice before launching an attack on Caphany. Very day's work. We have this victory at edge is very docile. I'll remain here and send the word with success to the Archon. Not the fate I envisioned for my country, but with Stratus gone, there is hope. There is hope. I'll pop to the voices. As sickening as I found the idea, I suppose I'm his now. And speak with Narat. Ooh, good shield.
Can't do that.
This is the most I did not see that coming moment, honestly. I thought it's gonna be simple as like, hey, we are rescuing the daughter, or she's like, you know, when I'm thinking about it, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Honestly. The keep will be ship shape once it has some work done. You should check with Voices of Narrat. I'll stay behind and see after the repairs of Sentinel stand. Do we have any missives? No. And Scarlet Horse, I have a good favor with them. And what of the Voices of Narrat? He might be somewhat pissed with some of our decisions, but still finds us useful. I do not trust the Voices of Narrat though. The more we play that, the more I'm somewhat regretting siding with Scarlet Chorus. Though probably I would have made as many enemies if I sided with the disfavored. Okay, as you peek through the cracky blasted hills peppered with the charred remnants of trees, the wee breeze carries your ears distant muted shouts from somewhere to the east. You crest the horizon, see below the three groups locked in argument, heated words erupting on all sides. Bright red paint splattered over shoddy leather to find a small gang of chorusmen, violent caves carrying ironclad members of disfavored, and the quills and scrolls carried with the dusty clothes of a trio of sages. Weapons have been drawn, and the members of each group gears strew widely. They have not yet spotted you, distracted as they over their own argument. During the argument, what the fuck do you want? Fool, this is Fatebinder of the Mountain Spire, who will settle this born vassal of the Educator. Oh. Oh, that's a new one. Three groups look at you expectantly. The chorus gang leader, the stout woman in ragged leathern hide, rests her hands on the pommel of bronze blades. The disfavored commander compactly muscles under heavy iron armor, has shields and blades at ready. The appearance from The chorus woman mouths. So this is the wanted Fatebinder Hero Ascension Hall. You all screwed now, boys. Hand over the sages and be on your very way. Simple Gravination wants prisoner, the Western Arrow wants knowledge. This third will take the prisoner and the chorus with the skull belonging. Huh. Don't we get to say in this? No. We find the compromise acceptable. Screw it then, hand over the scrolls and you'll see the rear of us. If they attack me, I'm not convinced. Thank you, Fatebinder. I won't recall this idea, but it's better than the alternative. A message from Banner. Rogallos. Ooh. Oh, Fatebinder should address you as the Governor. One wonders how often a history garrison have been empowered to protect an area only to be broken scattered by the very individual who granted the authority. You take as freely as you give, it seems. Certainly leads you a particular mystique. I have no doubt it will become a cornerstone of stories. All of you try to avoid attracting too many stories myself, but far be it for me to tell you how to pursue your objective. I hope you soon make an effort to join us at the court in the Bastard City of a film that has been too long. What about this? Dear Fatebinder, your actions as Central Stands have once again supplied with the rumor mongers of the Bastard City with stories to peddle. Some seem to think your cunning twist of legislation indeed to display some great support for the people of Star Wars. That of course only leads to speculation about which people of Star Wars you intend to benefit, the unbridled upstairs of the corrupt old queens. Other foolish believes you unraveled the Overlord's edict to prove that you could, as if a silver of cleverness could bring courage to law. As a scholar, I prefer primary source of gossip, so allow me to ask you, why did you choose to spare the child? Honestly, I couldn't justify it by any pragmatic means. I think it was just the right thing to do. You have Fatebinder Rogalus. When faced with the choice to save a child or consider it to death, I choose to save it. That does not seem so strange a thing to me. Either decision would have fulfilled the Overlord's will. The last ruling House Star was met its end at the grave. You need read nothing more into it than that. Yeah, that's about it. Honestly, getting to the bastard city might be more interesting. We might encounter something of value in there. New message. You display curious sympathy for those who name you your enemy. I sincerely hope that history remembers it as one of your critical strengths rather than your most dire weakness. Remember always that the overall favors efficiency over empathy. Rare is the providers who deliver both. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good thing. My Lord Tunon, I must plead for my innocence in this matter. That will be for the court to decide. The Forgebound are my subjects and I hold them to the highest standard. You are the keepers of Iron Secret that cannot be forgotten. Fatebinder, so kind of you to join us. I wonder if you might assist in the adjudication of this case. As always, I'm curious to witness your execution of Caris's law. It would be my pleasure. Excellent, Smith. Offer up your testimony. I bought a shiny bauble from the merchant passing through Lanian's Crossing, a stone of great beauty and strength. Over time, I shaped it into a mallet for pounding iron. The properties of the stone were incredible. I could swing harder, faster, and without strain. It's increasing my production of iron weapon tenfold. Until your master grew suspicious and turned you over to me. The bauble you speak of was a touchstone, the artifact known to originate from the Old War, to which are all forbidden to go. The charge is trespass and theft of forbidden artifact. You may proceed, Fatebinder. Okay. Did you ever lie about using the mullet? No. That is, the other smiths were curious about my work, but no one thought to inspect my tools. Since no one asked, I never told them. A law of omission then, just as nefarious in the eyes of Kairos. What if your arcane tool had harmed someone or yourself? What then would have become of iron production? I don't know, Your Honor. Did you know where the touchstone came from? Not at first. The merchant wouldn't reveal his source, but it didn't take me long to put pieces together. You just don't encounter objects of such power anywhere else. When you realized what source, did you stop using it? Please tell me no. No. Once I had figured it out, every swing of a mallet seemed me something awful, but I knew that I was doing right by Chaos. I was sending his army the best weapon I've ever crafted. I thought that might absolve me. Guess I thought was wrong. Okay. Don't keep me waiting. Okay. Go ahead, start from the beginning. Smith never betrayed Chaos. He should go free. No. The artifact and its use were forbidden. Smith is guilty. Didn't know she's double undercut. The forbidden knowledge is taboo under Kairos' law, but the smith was ignorant. He should go free. So I can go? The shrewd interpretation of Kairos' law, but I cannot deny its validity. Very well, the Forgebound may return to his duties using only the tools of his trade. Is that understood? Yes, Your Honor. I'll return to Akaba right away. Fatebinder, you look as if you require my counsel. He is my husband and assassin without equal. His official designation in Chaos' hierarchy is an Archon of Shadows, though I wonder that he ever considered himself all but a slayer of unjust. How did he earn this title? His work away from the court takes Blood and Mark to the dark places of the world. The Tears and Northern Empire alike, or time Shadow became his dominion. Block him, protect him, and even fight for him if the need rises. Interesting. You said that Blood and Mark can travel to any place where shadows are cast. Only he should know this for certain. That would be interesting if the Blood and Mark. This one gonna be a good question to ask, because if Blood and Mark works for somebody other than Archon of Turon, we might have like that might benefit us in the future. The question is flawed. We're all servants of chaos. The Archons are also agents of their own interest. Those chosen few empowered to bring order to the world in accordance with the chaos. At present, Blood and Mark is my vassal, and I his patron. The relationship is no different from Revenant Cairn, the fallen Archon, or the voices of Narat and his son girl Sirin. Such partnerships and apprenticeships are common, they provide mutual benefit. Rosenar got you with an unreadable expression. Maybe we should kill them all and start again. That would be a delight. Bah! We can always dispatch our howling mob when Edge and his iron claws ascertain on his country. Fatebinder, also pressure. What do you need to know? Like to report on recent events? Fatebinder, our spies report that perform well in Blade's grave. Amelie is safe in our keeping, and the Edict of Storm rages on Glorious perpetually, grinding stalwart to a numb. It also matches the unbroken leader, a most fortunate prize to fall in our hands. He has already taught us much about his people and will teach us more still. But our war is not yet complete. There is something else that you may yet prove critical. Document of great power. The archive rests in the burning library. The archive is said to hold many secrets, any of which we can twist to our advantage. One of our gang's bosses, that censor, seeks the interest of this queenly treasure. Aid her in the search and dispatch her back to us with any findings. Burning library is lit, and crossing the chest is yours. The precious faint by the Can you tell me about the burning library? A repository of books engulfed in the flames of Kyr's edict, yet the pages refuse to burn. They just cast the protective magic over the ancient. Okay. You know about the edict? When the Overlord appealed to the sages to surrender and accept peace, they turned down the offer. Kairos brought fire and devastation to Babylon's citadel, burning the library to its core and locking its knowledge away for all time. I want to talk about Amelia. Ask away, she's in our keeping, safer than anywhere else in Tyratus. Why do I see? Perhaps we've spoken to someone. Amelia is very willful lady. We needed intelligence about Bessani. She was not feeling cooperative. You can see that is much more pliable and willing to engage with us. This is horrible. You see horrors, we see work of Sublime Pointer. No, that's really fucked up. What happened to her baby? The child does not act unaware of her surroundings with every luxury she could desire. She sups on wet nurses with generous desire, and the Queen we've taken the responsibility of her education upon ourselves. No, we don't. But if it would help you sleep better at night, we would certainly encourage. Huh. Balderdash, you take such pains over thinking matters when the truth of the world is simpler than you could ever know. Come now, we don't mean in caffeine to lie to one another. Melee matter regrettable, and that we're able to extract some voting intelligence from exchange doesn't change the misfortune of it all. It's nothing would bring up in a good company. Better that you not concern yourself over the details. Let us handle the matters interrogation our way. We have been proficient. Want to talk about Matthias? Then Broken Captain, yes. Only an individual of surprising will and tenacity could survive a use of Blaze Grave so long without falling into our hand. Know of him. Yes, after we shared a lengthy discussion about Paul, the Jigsaw Vault Starwood, that Asia's captain thought himself beyond his station as a guest of Cacophony, a simple disagreement followed. We took upon ourselves to interrogate the good captain any time Mitchell. Yep. 4. Ridiculous fate binder. If we spiked every prisoner to our heart's content, the rank of our mighty army would be exhausted to the last man before the next full moon. The good captain gave much of himself before the end. His sacrifice was not in vain. Even if we don't have his rallying call, we have learned enough about Unbroken to bring them into the fold. Do you give as much as you're very forward in your questioning, more brazen, more foolhardy than the young officer we met during the conquest. No need to get excited. The good captain was merely receptive to our interrogation techniques. Each are paying artisans to exact information, but it is on the base function of torture. The true interrogation is the surrender of the South. I mean, what did I expect? That the Scarlet Horse will keep on his promise? That was pretty freaking unlikely. I should have known better, but hey, at this point it's like, yep, too late. Help Painbinder, help over here. You can't let them torture me. Please do something. Call, pick me if you can set me free. What crimes have you committed that you warrant my involvement? Well, let's see. There was the time I killed the Nox even knowing they were rare. It was an accident, but I still wrote her right off that bluff. I won't spit on my mother. She was furious when she found me dabbling with the earth magic. I proved my cousin. What the hell? That a mountainside of fire? Oh, and the Kairos is my middle name. Okay, now we have an interesting options. Also, okay, fair enough. Doubling earth magic. That you made. I don't know what's the Kairos stand on things. I'm pretty sure, considering what Kairos have decreed them and what Tunon does, there might be something about doesn't friggin'. I do not want to think about it. But for the I see that it's very, and also Kairos' name, that's definitely fucking illegal. Okay, let's options. For crimes, I sentence you to the time already served in that cage. I see that you're in the release immediately. You're in luck. For the capital crimes of usurping Orlow's name, I can sentence you to sweet beheading for on the morrow. Due to the lengthy list of ridiculous crimes and under jurisdiction of court, I hereby sentence you to death. A slow, torturous one for wasting my time. Now these crimes warrant your punishment more severe, and you will suffer at the hands of your antagonists. Unfortunately, I have no legal cause to free you. Nice try, but I don't appreciate being used. The course keeps you. Thank you, Fatebinder. Thank you, merciful and benevolent. I won't forget your kindness for as long as I yet live. Given her training, I bet it was a matter of time until she was taken to see voices, and it's probably best that the Archon Secrets not learn everything the Earthshakers know. That could only come back to harm everyone.
Slow down. Let's take a closer look.
Ooh, we still in stop. Great. It appears that Nara generosity sent it only to Amelia's daughter, and not Amelia herself. The Voices has deliberately placed her body in a prominent position, trophy of war that may only be eclipsed by the cold form of her father. Yeah. Yeah, I should have not. You seem to be executing a lot of people I sent to Cacophony, and this concerns you. I don't think we need to die to be useful to you. No less than I deserve. I only seek to understand what you gain from their death. And forget I asked, let's move on to normal matters. No less than they deserve. I only seek to understand what you gain from that death. Simple curiosity then. Can appreciate that even if it will position you under the lens of our scrutiny. Take care with your question in the future, Fate Matter. We don't want to lose our confidence. That course is open to anyone who wishes to reap the benefits of Kairos' peace and unique flavor of freedom. Truly, it is the best of both worlds, the safety of protection bundled with the right to inflict fantastic cruelty on your foes, but only by the imagination. Yet, in spite of what we offer, there are some who disagree with our ways, who protest that treatment simply don't fit in. You trivialize our work because you don't understand it. There is no killing, there is only creation. We are artists and existence is our chaos, our theater, our blank page. The flash is our vellum, the screens are our music, the blood our paint. Okay, that's like this last phrase, I definitely need to use it. Need to use it as a like the battle cry of like my homebrew space marine, chaos space marine chapter. I'll definitely take the screenshot of this just for that one. Realize this now, Fatebinder. We can kill whoever we please if it suits our design of perfection. Everyone is expendable and anyone can die. Lydia, I'm not thinking otherwise. We are finished with this line of inquiry. If you have anything else to say, speak now. Must you bother us with your ceaseless prattling? Go speak with Santos if you need answers. So die, we're exhausted of company. Glad to see you're still alive. California needs eternal blood like yours. I was not execute a lot of people in his way. Let's talk about my second tax, by all means. Don't know want to know. Why do I see her on the spike? Look, the boss is the boss. Yeah. What do you think happens? Do you see Nurse around here? It's alive. I've heard this much. God, but I don't have a clue what the voice is capable of doing to the prisoners he tortures, much less than infant. The kid is going to lead an interesting life, I can promise you that. I don't envy your task, no matter what you find there. Good hunting. So what do you want me to do about that? Tell him to stop. The voices does what he wants and it's not healthy to get in his way. So just you keep. I'm sorry, do I strike you as someone who likes getting at the bottom of things? Have I ever once given you the impression that I want to know my boss better? I don't know why he does it, only that it's been happening for a long time. Longer than my father and I have been in Scarlet Course. You're shepherding these people to him. Why don't you tell me? They've all been remarkable in some way, strong leaders. You're right, he must be getting something out of them that we're not seeing, but why kill them afterwards? Whatever he learns, maybe he doesn't want to share. That sounds likely to me. The fewer people know something, the more valuable it becomes. He's an Archon's secrets after all. Yep. Now I'm regretting some of my decisions. There, maybe I should have got it on and just killed it and tried to do something with it. Maybe I could have like done something with the baby myself, like send it to the Graven Ash, so it would have been probably even worse. Hmm. Feels the flame. Up with Fatebinder, who hope find a victorious blood-soaked thoroughly tremble to spend in glorious conquest against our many enemies, spared and otherwise. Do you enjoy the company of a little verse? Her dance never fails to inspire us in the most pleasant ways. We have a gift for her. Delivered through due Carl's questionable faculty of the letter. We've learned from on our birth that the mercenary in the Hammond have been absolutely gloating about slaying her sisters. His boast even secured him both the penny and some crossing merchant. You heard the sigil of the reverse. You know what they mean. No doubt you intend the message is to elicit violence and chaos. That's not true. However, it's from life down and under. What else do you hope to accomplish? Fire inside. No, we already went here. Amidst the corpse of blackened trucks, you find a stretch of cloudy water. Faint tendrils of steam rise from the surface of slender curls. Thin brown grass grows almost to the water's edge before giving way to a bare gray stone dusted with a thin layer of soot and of brimstone. Water seems the issue from a small cavern set into a hill rock 100 yards north. Diamond Cave. The water trickles out from a gap in the stone. It seems small and goes bad, but you quickly realize that the water is deeper here. Zipping down the small flows, you slip into the warm water and make your way into the darkness of the cave. Once within, your eyes quickly adjust to the room. Find nothing further in the cave. Collect water, you scoop some water and collect water is cool. Even after the heat has fled the liquid, it smells slightly of sulfur and maintains its root opacity. Forest right, reagent. Recognize that the sulfurous water is likely unfit for drinking in its current form, but an excellent component for a potion. And carefully translate it into your water skin. You clearly mark the skin to ensure that you don't accidentally drink it. Okay, so now we're gonna get a versus quest line. Ah, Fatebinder, you wound us. Have we ever needed an incentive beyond violence and chaos? If we have an ulterior motive, it is merely to see what Reverse does with us. If she's a well practiced in both those qualities, and we take incredible pleasures. Yeah, I think I definitely got on with the wrong type of people.
Couldn't help but notice the bird from Cacophony. Obviously. Unless you've got a secret admirer among the Bloodhounds. I've always found the whole sunburn from within look a bit of a turnoff, but whatever gets your pants juice flowing.
Oh.
But seriously, you're not the Voice's favorite person in the tiers. This missive must be good. Maybe summarize it for me? It's never struck me as being the most useful fucking skill. Wanna make something of it? Hey, it's not that I... Maybe after we're done opening people up, assuming we both survive?
Yeah, okay, I just responded in my most kind of like flat kind of like, well, I could just help you, but yeah.
Wait, what? He found one of the shits who killed my Furies? Let's pack up and go! There's a lot to love about spycraft. The trickery, the blade work, keeping your senses awake, balancing on the edge between confusion and discovery. Memorizing the Archon's childish pictographs is not my favorite part. Malfora. She's one of Harshion's people. Bit boring, but gossipy in the way that pays. We should be able to find her along the road to Lethian's Crossing. The voices gave us the passphrases that will get Malfora to open up to us. When we find her, let me do the talking and everything should run smooth as sea glass.
Ooh.
This will feel good, Finder. Wildly, incredibly, stupidly good. Are you asking me if I trust the voices of Narat, Archon of Secrets, Spy Master, Arcane Pillar of Green Smoke and Flame, Immortal Magician, Eater of
many
Minds,
epithets.
and Connoisseur of Perversions? Of course not. But if it's some convoluted trap, I'll have your back and you'll have mine, right? Lead the way! At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need? And I seem to be...
We'll wait for a short while.
Can't do that. I got it.
And I thought I could put... I mean, like, I could have potentially broken the
Right.
edict, but it would have been a little bit fucked up. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I've been done some evil stuff in video games. Gosh, hope nobody ever gonna see my playthroughs of Stellaris. That thing isn't like... It's bad. It's like the Warhammer level of bad. I'm not looking for business, friend. I'm not looking for trouble, but still in Lethian's Crossing expect me with this shipment shortly. I wouldn't want to keep her away. Yeah, but Dungeon in games, that's a little bit too much for me. Especially in the RPGs like that. Well, at least narratively. I did definitely try this stuff like that with the dumpy teenagers in, like, kids teenagers in Fallout 2, but it's different, you know. Often well fed, this one, but look at her stance. She can handle herself. Excuse me? Must have been thinking someone else, I assure you. Oh, fine, the road to start with is paved with iron. Farms of Azure are mostly air. Yet the papers aren't aflame. Charming. So about the formality, if word goes back to the voices that I was cutting corners on security, Let's just say I prefer my tongue in my mouth and my balls in my, well, bowels, I guess. I know you, you are the governor of Crossing, right? But you remember me, traders come and go. I'm Malfora. What do you have for us? Right. The man you're interested in calls the Crocus, no idea whether that's what his mother named him. Showed up in the crossing few months back, picking fights and looking for rings. He ran afoul of the garrison and they stoned the pants gravy out of him. That quieted him for a bit, but when he started casting around for work again, he boasted of his victory against a band of furies during the war. Still in the office, you think a story like that would scare off any potential opponents, but Aesa never been a practicer of ring on the rope. With Aesa, a cloth dealer originally out of the Asia, runs a circuit from the crossing to the brothers and down into the common edges of Late Grave. He hired Crocus and a few other last week, claiming he needed extra attention for his daughter. Why had he brought his daughter to the crossing in the first place, Lord only knows. How do we find him? Luckily for you, I'm very good at what I do. Usually goes to Starwood by the way back of Ocean Spire, but he's cutting east to make time and avoid beef. Your best bet is to wait for him there at Hunter's Respite. What can you tell us about Hunter's Respite? Small stretch of the wilderness, far enough of the trade road to dissuade raiders, but near enough to avoid losing much time. The isolation recommends it, but not much else. Honestly, the respite starts to get too well known as a stopover. I give it a year before thieves start hitting it. Yeah, but we need to know what's the deal with the Malforum. Mostly I'm open ears, came up in the past years, but made for heaven, then I could leave home. Started hauling hoods between the crossing and Zara, eventually expanded down to brothers and even as far as I ended in a good year. The conquest was bad for business, but by then though, I heard and knew a lot more than I did before. Though I could turn profit swapping information with the Archon, I thought right. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. Hell, Kairos. Yeah, thanks. When we find this bastard, we'll open him from balls to chin. Oh, that's graphic. You know, you now know everything I know about this whole Code Fear Slayer. If you have any other questions, you'll have to ask someone else. Gudril and Lithing's crossing. At the end of the road, a small shed crouches next to a abandoned wagon. You follow the child and she moved between the trees until the forest gives way to the open fields of a small farmstead, empty from the last harvest. The girl leads you across the ground, are two empty houses and a row of clay beehives, eventually racing into open barn. As you enter after her, you see a bunch of children hauled in the rear, assembling as you approach. There are six in all, gaunt faces and tired eyes shared amongst them all. One boy draws a small knife as you approach, letting it vanish. Then it falls to his thrown his feet. Children swear that they are alone, claiming to be orphans from a sacred village. They fled during the fighting and retreated to the farmstead. Its owners they claim slain by Kairos' forces. The barn is full of harvested rye and a few jars of stored honey. No doubt the reason why these children are still alive. Some of the children exchange concerned glances before the little girl speaks. Her voice is weird and she bullets out determined explanation. The cat was likely used by travelings. Searches are done at one such discussion in a nearby area. Her eyes flick to the ground for a brief moment, long enough for her to fall gaze so that the boots barely visible between red bundles of standing straw. You push past them and kick aside the bundles, revealing the corpse of middle-aged Mary with multiple puncture wounds in the neck and back. The children gasp at revelation and begin to cry. The young girl pleads innocence, claiming that the man discovered the farmer attacked her, beating on the store before her friends returned to stab him to death. She begs you to send her to train as spies for Tunon's court. Though mere children, like Tunon, he may be a little bit shady, but honestly, all things considered, like, given the money, that's not gonna do much here, to be honest. I don't think they're gonna last longer with Scarlet Chorus. No, they just gonna be killed. Like, give them day a 2 maximum, and knowing the voices of Narrat, gosh knows. With Tudor, at least they have a chance. The mere children, the scamps are tenacious and clever, requires for survival out here alone, and may be of use to Dawn's court. Left to their own devices, they will almost certainly die in time. You pen a declaration. The children are to be evaluated by the court's fate binders for possible service. Should they be found lacking, assigned to the local tradesman as the best use for needs of his city. The journey won't be easy. Be cautious, but it's necessary if they want to survive past the next season. Young takes the parchment and thanks you. All the rest of the children look unsure on the matter. You collect some grain and honey for yourself and exit the barn, leaving them to contemplate their fate. Gosh, that's a lot. That's far enough, stranger. Oi, Crocus, we've got the company. Massive menace. Besides, carry here, I've got an entire squad behind me, experienced warriors and all, so I'm left wondering, who the fuck are you? I'm about to educate your head open, justice for my furious sisters. Oh shit, 2 arms.
Your days end here!
Nothing stands in our way. Come and feast my eyes. I'm not dead yet. I will aid you. Grovel before me!
I got it.
I think my wisdom is... As you command. Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
For the Queen!
Okay, that was a lot of fighting. Hold on, hold for the love of Kairos. Hold like you held when you and your friends killed my fucking sisters. For the love of Kairos, indeed. Hold, please wait. I'm not proud of what I did back then. I'm a changed man. I swear by it, by the Lord. I've got a wife now. She's asleep right over there. I earn an honest living by damn ass. I pretend to license trade. You're not proud? You've been boasting about it all over heaven. What? No, you don't understand. I couldn't find the work otherwise. I thought maybe I could win a few fights in the crossing to prove my mettle, but the fucking guards would jump me as a group. So I had to tell people about the Furies. It was talk about your sister or starve and let my wife starve. Is this better than starving? If your blood comes down hard on his ankle, listen and audible snap. Sound dissipates into a scream. Oh, Overlord, help me. I never wanted to hurt anyone. It was my damn job. I swore an oath to the Apex Lord because I wanted the bed and the food, not because I thought Hyros would ever come to the tears. That oath didn't just dissolve when your armies passed to the gates of judgment. I had to kill a conscripted tearsman by the gang, and yes, I helped kill your friends. Not friends, assholes, sisters. Sisters then. It wasn't my idea. Artorius had the location, sick bastard wanted to cook them with his flames. Erisa, she wanted to hunt Furies, wanted to head on a bike she could wave at her enemies before the battle. I just was following orders. Artorius, good people? Okay, that's a little bit fucked up here. I never actually saw him eat someone, but I'm sure he did. You could see it in his eyes when he looked at you, that hunger. He was a sage, so maybe that explains it. Our Lord knows what those scroll fuckers do in their libraries. Certainly not cannibalism, and copulating the scrolls has been found for centuries. Oh gosh, that's absolutely amazing. The fact that the scroll fucking have been, because I mean, like, cannibalism, that's obvious, but copulating with scrolls, that must have been something somebody did. Otherwise, it would have not been like, you know. I think a lot of things happen like not because, like, oh, we need to account for everything, but because nope, something happened that needed to be made into like a written or unwritten law, you know. We took one of you alive, you know? What the fuck are you talking about? After you disappeared, we realized that one of your first was still alive. The big, bald one. First took her, never saw her after. Liar. Where is Katoris now? I don't know. I swear by everything and everyone I'd tell you if I knew. He probably died in the Edict of Fire. Serve him right if so. If not, well, deserve his treatment more than I do. Where can we find Irisa? Like I said, Irisa burned with the fires of revolution. After I've expelled the crazy bitch couldn't lay down her spear. Last I heard, she was down in the Blade's grave, joined up with those stalwart shitheads, feeling despaired in the Orwell's endless storm here. This was from her. She wanted me to come find her and take up arms again. I didn't write back. I'm changed. I love the Overlord. Praise Kairos. I've sworn loyalty to Kairos. Go hunt Erisa. Go kill Katoris. They are your true enemies. They are the ones who deserve your justice. Don't worry, we will. Suffered enough? He hasn't begun to suffer. Fall in line, Fury, you've got him on the brink of death. I won't let you. Fall in line, Fury, you've got him at the brink of death. I won't let you throw him over. Are you kidding me? Merciful, this sack of shit. Fine, this one is for Seeking Sneath. He stumbles to his feet and jumped over the ribs without looking up. He bounds towards a small campsite, sweeping up his back and pinning it over the shoulder. He carefully has the sleeping girl into his mouth, ready now and carries her from the clearing. Ouch. I mean, considering this would snap his ankle, yeah.
Erisa's next. Let's go find her. Seeking was special, you know. Seeking was all dynamo. Short, with hair like moss on a stone and skin the color of the night sky. Laughed at everything, even insults. She never stopped moving. If we camped, she paced the tents or palisades, always pushing us to get on. Part of it was the gambling. People would stop taking her bets after a day or two. The first time she says she can put a javelin in an apple at 100 yards, a man puts rings down. The second time, he's willing to go double or nothing. The third, that's when he stops betting. Kairos' crooked cock, was she?
Oh gosh, no.
Crazy thing about Seeking, it wasn't raw talent. She practiced that shit. The spear work and the javelins, practiced every hour she wasn't sleeping or on assignment. She'd thread the sky with 3 or 4 javelins and dance towards her foe with the spear longer than she was tall. She'd knock a soldier's feet out from under him and let the javelin pin him to the ground. That's her name. Her spears found their marks as if they sought them. Her name meant more than the spear play. Seeking always sought, always looked for new things, new experiences, new stories, new men, new bits of lore.
Oh, this might be also a sex thing.
In summer, she'd collect stinging insects, fill thin clay jars with them, and smash them against her foes. No fight was ever even for Seeking. You either got the drop, or you got dropped. Thanks. You know, for listening. Let's go. This oath-breaking scumsack won't hunt herself.
Ooh.
Can't do that. Right.
Okay, now we...
To battle!
Let's see what comes out of you.
I'll take care of it.
Flawless!
Wait!
Can't wait to try that again. They never had a chance.
On it. Sorry, I can't.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think I did right by sparing that guy, cause that's definitely not like something that is like we have standing here, so we need to find like a way to get to both ones here. The general twins of the edicts to reduce visibility to the arm's length as you press again. Heracles? One man steps forward. All strangers, state your name and purpose. I'm Fatebinder Agar, and I seek the warrior Irisa. Fatebinder? Then your conscripted Metis. You're responsible for the death of Janos and Irentis. Again claimed Sentinel stand, yet the Aegis storm rages on. For your sake, I hope you came up with reason I should stay my hand. Yet you seem to have found one. Today you meet the Void Fatebinder for Mattis, for Janos, for Stout and then Broken. Then I take it you won't mind me dedicating your death to the three Whispers. Let's show them why we're called Unbroken.
To battle!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something. Consider it done. This weapon is entirely worthless.
You got it.
I'll omit that from the record. At once. Consider it done.
Take me if you can!
Can't do that.
I will aid you.
Yet none of these people were there when my sisters died. Take the bodies with me. Maybe there's something here that will help. River Breaks is now unlocked on the map. You switch the close remain, shooting his dead weight and ignore the drip of gore. Shoot the longest you can. What have we got here? How much further is it going to go west? Read the note. You break the seal and fold the missive. The parchment is lighted with intent, allowing you to spread and clear Christopher Tearsman. Heracles, however, succeeds him. I came to South with little I didn't need for the fight, only these gloves, a trophy from a skirmish long past. Should I fall at Trappers Junction, please see to it that they return to my sister Clay at our family homestead and Ruby Break and Apex. Tell her to use them well, and that I wish I could have been there to deliver them myself. Thank you for this, Irisa. Teresa wanted this glass into her sister and Cleo River Blake. Did you say gloves? Fuck, I missed this. You know these gloves? They belong to one of my Furies. So Teresa had a sister for a sister, then there's a certain poetry to it, right? You're... Okay. We need to find this Claire. She must know something about who Risa ran with during the war, right? And who knows, maybe she'll turn out to be someone in need of a good stabbing through the face. We got to really break. We're not going in with the weapons drawn, understood? Yeah, I know, kinda sucks, right? Don't worry, I won't stab anyone who doesn't deserve it. Come on, screw this place. Moment binder. What is it back? I've known Verse for a few years now. She's always been excitable. This is different. She seemed rabid, heedless of danger, like the words of the chorus instead of the best. What I'm asking is that you keep an eye on her, for her well-being rather than just yours. So if Verse were my soldiers, I'd want her as collected as possible. That may never be an option. Right? Thanks for hearing me out. Okay. At least it's loot. And more loot and more loot.
On it.
Hmm.
Sorry, I can't.
An old woman tells us more about Verdant Patch of Farm. Plums, gouts and vegetables of wine and root. Life a source of light with fig trees, branches dropping with what passes and buzzing. Yes. Essa, the farmer, notes you approach and takes up her shells into her spear, paving her left arm with the twins. Careful, stranger, I'm not easy marked and have little worth your time or blood. She may be old enough to be my mother, but she holds herself like a warrior trained. Secure. Who are you? I am the woman who tills this soil, mends these walls, and protects them with her blood. You're supposed to be here. You are the ones who should be announcing themselves. Still, yep. Girl, this old coot can split the skull twice. I'm not sure. Why it's as thick as yours? Good hearing it too. Nice farm. Thanks for your kindness. We shared with my husband before he died. Not much to look at, but kept the family fed. Compliment St. Answers though. I ask again, what brings you here? Yeah, let's just go on with it. Claire was my youngest. Why are you asking after her? Was it? Don't tell me we're too late. I'll have you keep a civil tongue in your head, girl, while you're on my land. Sorry, ma'am. First thing first, call me Essa, daughter of Vesperia, and this is my homestead, granted to me by Queen Vendriana Lanta in the honor of my service. That is an introduction you got one to match. I'm Agathon Pagebinder of Ten, an educator. You're the one ascended on the mountain spire. They say you hang a banner woven in golden light from the battlements. Wouldn't have believed a word of it hadn't seen the glow from here. What does a Pagebinder want with the likes of me? I need to broker the Overlord Sloan. There's that. There's that. What's going to make it hard to fulfill the Rusadan wish? Irisa, that girl, you're stupid, blind, foolish, arrogant girl. How's that happened? My fault. I raised those girls on the romance of war until so bloody the bastard tears. Okay, so the old warrior Asa seems to be, and she raised them to be like her, but it did backfire spectacularly, apparently. How was I to know that your armies could come in the lifetimes, that the gates of judgment wouldn't hold, or that you're striding to the tears with the man of stone who could step clean over a curtain wall? Even the girls like mine couldn't stand against Kairos. There ain't been nothing like that in Northern Shadow before. Able to crush mountain called earthquake from scraps of Vellum. They ain't no fighting that, I told them. They didn't listen, damn them. All of them damn fool things I told them, the only things they didn't hear was what mattered. Crocus, I ain't never heard of that bald bearded man, skin the color of bronze and thick as beastman. I knew him by a different name. Right, lazy bastard. By my reckoning, only thing he put my chef into was lying his way into metal and dog rings. What justice there if a man like him lives while my Russo met the void? What justice indeed by Fider. What do you know about Catorius? The sage was an older gentleman, smarter than most, like he had the whole realm settled bouncing around his head. That often the when magicians so often are, eyes are hungry as a flame. You said you trained your daughters in the arts of battle. Aye. Their father was a good man, but more suited to farm work than war. If you look at someone to blame, I'd be that person. I trained them up, taught them to falx, the javelin, the spear, and the shield, and they used to that knowledge against your precious archons and their armies. Esa, we would like to shut the fuck up now. Okay, we're still asking questions. That there never been a grave threat to all Theratos, that Kairos represents the worst of the powers of man or woman. Such evil must be resisted at all costs by any means necessary. What? Aye, I changed my tune in my all the softer years, but as they growed up, I poisoned them against Kairos as thoroughly as I cut upon their hearts. So some things that curses them license to. They admit to violating Kairos' in front of Chronicler. Well, young lady, this is going to be a permanent record. Hey, geriatric warrior, you're considered shutting your flopping gums. Honestly, even if we have to kill her, it's a good fight for her. Naming child for Kairos is a capital offense, ain't it? I imagine naming the pig for Kairos ain't no better. Here to meet Kairos the overpig, here's the round back. See what's happening here, don't you, Binder? Fantasy. This is your dance verse. Really? First takes a step back, blinking rapidly, considering her options, where she her weapon or not. We came here because of Risa. She killed one of my sister. I always thought I needed to avenge them to make it right because I'd failed them. Actually, talking to you, it's clears some stuff up, I guess. I'm saying I miss my sister and you miss your daughters, and that's just the way of things. Hmm.
I didn't realize you knew me so well as to say what is and isn't like me. I enjoy killing, Fatebinder. Doesn't mean I think everyone deserves to die. I'm sure Whispers would have something clever to say about frustrated ambitions. You ever have a friend who almost never speaks? But then, every once in a while, she slips in the perfect word at the perfect time, and it's the only thing you remember. That was Three Whispers. She was our wiry, flickering shadow with hair like crow's feathers. Preferred close-up work. That was her name, her 3 knives and the sound of air from a punctured lung. It's, hard to remember stories about her because she never drew attention. Her old favorite, that I remember. She'd trick a soldier into gutting his own comrade, then open his throat while he was in shock. Beautiful move, and I saw her dance it 12 times. Whispers knew her histories and letters, knew borders and houses and heraldry. Even knew a few sigils and kept us from bleeding out more than once. Whispers and me, we were more than sisters sometimes. Not often, and nothing holding. But yeah, she read a body as easy as a scroll. Was nice. Let's...
On it.
Okay, we're gonna find the third knife that we lose. Just want to visit the Archon just to see if there is anything funny that could encounter. I mean, we encountered the random schmuck there, which means that there is a chance we'll encounter somebody else. Nope. Doesn't seem to be so. Entered in the burning library, and an eventful day on the road interrupted loud cry. An old man, short and cross-eyed and wild-eyed, dressed in a little more than flagged rugs, was from abroad, charging feebly towards with a sword held high for apex. His sandals sketch a tree root, sending him tumbling into the dirt. His brittle blade strikes the ground, first snapping it two. He clutches his ribs and whispers a low groan, laying on the ground for an uncontrollably long time. His moans give way to rhythmic, heavy breathing, and just as it approaches, when the old man has fallen asleep, he picks himself up, waving his useless blade at you. The day is yours, dogs of Kairos. The man continues to rumble as it soon becomes clear that he believes himself late for the first battle of Apex. He's correct in the sense the battle was waged over 2 years ago. Blissfully unaware of his kinsman's failure, he demands his surrender before offering to settle for mere ransom. So in your pride, you lower your weapons and explain that you're not a threat. He watches you through narrow eyes, expecting rules, and doesn't lower his blade until you fabricate the story that you're part of a crew of chismen marching to meet Invander Salanta mustering call. There's your closet for a few moments and not recognizes the emblem of Tunon's con. Finally, smile relieves. You convinced him that the Queen supports significance, suggest that he return home and leave the fighting to younger Forstons already en route. It states, but not an agreement. You press some rings into his hands and give him direction to the nearest inn where he may find hot food, drinks, and whatnot. That was fun. Like, oh no, the old man gets to us. Yes, I don't want to break it to him. He's cool. I'm just gonna. Yeah, we surrendered. How about a ransom? Yeah, that's fun.
What have we here?
Ooh. We learned another sigil, yay!
Shiny. I like it.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
So we need to find. Oh. Ah, if it isn't paid bundle of tune on what I expect to surprise and sensor and welcome to my camp. A familiar face. Sadly, I must say I can't entertain your prolate that moment. You've come at a very busy time for me. We're making bold push to explore rapidly depth. However, before we finish our pleasantries, you could satisfy my curiosity. Why are you here? Oh, of course, Fate Minder, my apologies. It would seem my poor opportunity for bluntness got the better of me again. Welcome. Brings you to my camp. Now task me to return knowledge from the runs here. Oh, you must mean the Silent Archive. I hope you have retrieved it already to avoid just such a problem. Fortunately, we have finished our search yet. The goal is to find it. You should know that it's not easy just walking there and taking it. It seems that the tricky sages were afraid someone might want to take their precious archive and hid it behind a barrier. Arcane, impenetrable. Really a shame how many men were lost to or bound in spell. So my men are looking for a passcode to get beyond it. We don't know how many parts are there just yet. There's someone inside the library. Not even these scholars have been able to find the piece for us. Not yet, anyway. So I gave everyone some incentive and made a game out of it. You're welcome to enter the library provided you agree to play the rules of a competition. You have sages working with you? How did you manage that? The chorus can most persuasive at times. Several scattered chorus teams were dispatched down into ruins of the library, each with some sages to serve as guides. The team who completes the passcode gets through their barrier and gains access to Silent Archive will face the glory and reward. The others, only one is allowed to succeed. If you wish to join the merry hunt, it'll be yet another team racing to the other. Thought you would be getting any sages, of course. I need to think about it and also get away for a second. I will be back soon. Okay, I'm back. Hmm. I don't see how that pertinent, but if you must know, you're not the only one with unique talent in TS Fatebinder. Not everyone needs to use their high streets and in libraries. Seem obvious. We're going to destroy side. Of course, Fatebinder, it's forbidden knowledge after all, and it's not like the Nara. Have a plan? Never fear, we will deal with the silent archive appropriately. Did you just imply to Fatebinder that you intended to retain all the knowledge inside the archive? Certainly not, I have no idea how you got the idea, so put it in your head. Nerd knows scarce is low and would know. Assistant Full Murmur has something that needs done. If you would be so kind, he is somewhere nearby. I believe he was secretly by talking to one of the prisoners.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Dumping them out, the sensor wants to speak with your dog. Since if I want to come up with a way to deal with the sages. Okay, we're gonna see what we can do. But I could betray the alliance, but I'd rather complete the game with like a Scarlet Chorus, kind of like following them through on most things. Because trying to go independent just doesn't seem like a smart idea right now. Password has been blocked by a magnet field. It's clear how one might remove it. This is what happens when the Master of Water and Magic compare notes for centuries. Regular dose and long fall out of fashion. I was hoping the Edict of Fire had done us a favor and burned away all these barriers, but we're not so lucky. We sequence to lower the barriers, but as a custom and paranoid dictate, the sages use different sequences every day, and I'm guessing whoever set this one, long gone, likely dead. We'll need to look up for something that might help. I've never encountered a barrier that didn't respond to fire or hard bludgeoning, but I'll take your word for it. Hey, good thing we took Lantry with us.
Can't do that.
Actually, let's exit.
Can't do that.
Greetings, Fatebinder. The sensor said I might be getting a season to help me. I know how this must look, but it's all complete compliance with Tunon's law if you don't mind. I'm eager to resume my work. But what can I help you with, Fatebinder? That I do, though we've captured subdued most of surviving sages, those that escaped alive are lying behind the de facto leader Renata. Censor wants her killed to make sure that any remaining ascensions don't get an idea about taking this region back. The trick is finding her. As luck may have it, one of our patrols picked up this one. More of Renata's own, perhaps you should speak to him. He'd been a rather poor conversation so far. As for me, I could use a break. Interrogation is thirsty work to me. A one-sided conversation. Do what you will, Fatebinder. It matters not if I died, as long as my school's work lives on. Your actions speak louder than your words, Fatebinder. Empty promises mean nothing. What do we win? That's not how to get information. You need to use your fists. How can I find Renata? Not sure that's the best way to get information out of a learned capture. Perhaps I could have a word. If you think you can get the information, you're welcome to try. Rather Falland, we have lost. Look what has become our archival forest. There is no wisdom in clinging to what was. If our efforts are not to be wasted, you must help us meet with any and all sages still alive and kicking. I found honesty by working with the Fatebinder here, and if you help us, the others could stop living as prey. There even that talks of us being allowed to keep some of our old writing if we play nice, but if you keep resisting, we can't help you or the rest of our brothers and sisters. You're bound to Overlord's Justice Bringer. Naturally you would. You've been arguing for surrender since long before Chaos' forces marched south. It was a stupid plan then, stupid plan now. Standing here is a living proof that we can live on, our knowledge can live on, but we need to be willing to swallow our pride a bit. This all sounds like it might be our only option. If our lord could be saved, go and talk to Renata. If you want the other survivors to go along with all this, you'll need to convince her first. Last we raided Mrs. She was laying low in F. She's probably still there. Let's go to effigy.
Interesting.
Ooh, oh, that's a fate finder, not fate binder. My mistake.
Come at me, brave meat.
What is going on by Kyros's walls? The fuck?
Come and feast my iron! I require needle. And thread.
I'm on it. Wake me up when it's over.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
Oh, come on. Okay, stop being...
My armor feels lighter.
Nope.
This should do the trick.
You got it.
You will fall before us. This weapon is entirely worthless.
Right.
I don't understand why it always brings those up.
I got it. Sorry, I can't.
I'm gonna keep it and we're gonna spec him more. Yes, make him even more tankier.
I will aid you. Are you afraid of death, worm?
He will take no dice.
Will do. Right, sorry, I can't.
What are you doing, Betrayer? Nothing to say to you. Yeah. Unfortunate things, I can't really go back to the disfavored. I have to stick with this.
Yes.
Now we can easily go inside. We have Lantry, another sage, so he should be able to help us. As you approach the bodies, don't worry, we don't mean any harm. Oh, I'm convinced both of these bodies are totally dead. I wasn't sure that would work well. I was absolutely sure it wouldn't, but how was I supposed to know you weren't another one of those gangs? They're everywhere. I've been hiding in the area since the edict tore up this part. You can a bit too careful. You'll feel better. You can build this finder in Vellum Citadel. Must have really pissed guys off that we were able to stop the edict before it could completely destroy everything. I've gone love to see the looks on everyone's face when the whole thing stopped. Joke's on us though, I suppose. I don't think it worked the way they hoped. It didn't stop the edict, it just kind of froze everything in place and it was being destroyed. Preservation is preservation, I suppose. Not that I'm doing us any good with all the scarred horse in here. Did you see how many of those thugs ran in? When I saw them enter, I knew I wouldn't stay in hiding any longer. I had to come in and prevent anyone else from getting it to activate the barrier by the floor. That doesn't explain why you're dying. Came over here to destroy the piece of a passcode so no one could ever get through. But this one must have followed me. He attacked me and told me he'd kill me if I didn't tell him how to get through. You see how well that went for him. This fate matter, you have to protect the city from Scarlet Corps. Don't let them destroy it. Piece of a passcode will get you through the first barrier. Find the rest and keep them from those monsters. They can't be allowed to unlock us secrets. That's okay. I know I'm not long for this world. Don't worry about a single stage when there's so much to it. Just keep the citadel safe, please. I don't recognize it. This is where we made parchment. This used to be dozens of hides stretched out on enormous drying racks filled with piles of goat hair, vats of rendering fat. Quite a busy workshop we had going. It also happened to smell like diseased pig defecating and burning gold. That I don't trust.
Why would it glow unless it wanted to be seen? I don't trust it. Hearken. I can see a level below us that isn't as damaged.
The truly part of a passcode needs to bypass the barrier protecting the Antarctica. I haven't been this excited since I learned my first sigil. Truth is, in all my decades abandoned Loom City, I never once set foot anywhere near Archive.
Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't. Can't do that.
See? Every once in a great while, things are easier than I expect. Though I doubt any other barriers are going to be this easy to bypass. Keep that phrase. This is a good sign. If they had not secured the Silent Archive, they wouldn't have bothered to leave passcodes for any returning sages.
Here you are, come here, I want to talk to you. If you can't get in line, I swear I'll leave to burn this forge. Do you want that? Just listen to me and we can all get out here now, our brows intact, and they're growing parchment fragments, so hard could you find? Wait a minute, what are you doing? Do my ears device or did you just question my... No, I only meant it so odd to meet you here. Forgive me, Fatebinder. I think I'm getting negatively affected by the by those things that Blood and Mark gave me, and I'm not sure it's a good thing. Why else would you put us in here to compete? We're supposed to find the Silent Archive, and this is just like Horse have a contest that gets a score of decent soldier killed, which is why we better find the archive first. Rather, we were bent on finding it. This is a lot of scrimmage as they don't want to single hair on their toes. I haven't even found a single piece of the passcode. We blocked the passage so no one could follow us, and they sat down and refused to move. That was... yeah.
Huh.
Dude, there's someone out there. Then tell them to get their asses here. Get your asses in here, Gapu wants to talk to you.
Ain't that odd?
And yeah, we'll just let him go.
Huh. You learn something every day.
Ooh. Go discuss things with the Gaptooth. Try to go any further or there will be trouble. So, the sensor didn't trust 4 groups to get what he wanted and send another one. More groups talk about excessive use of force. For Kairos' sake, there's still just time and it's not gonna get up and walk away. Have time to get to the archive. I don't know where the pieces of passcode is. You know, groups to compete in a sensor looter game, your death and all that. You really not know or you just playing stupid. Either way, I'm not in the mood for babysit idiots. My current problem is Nambi's group down below. They are guarding one of the passcode pieces and they can be particularly stop happy. I don't want to cross their path with a molten pit nearby. I'm trying to decide what to do. What do you take me for? Your own personal sage? It's in the library. True. I'm sure they don't know we're right behind them. Not a bad idea at all. Sneak up on them and outbound it. Honestly, I'm just surprised that you are. That's disgusting. Just a little bit.
Huh. Sorry, I can't.
Did I always have this much blood?
Oh gosh, we almost died.
You got it.
I got it. Sorry, I can't.
Stupid edict ruining the whole house. I used to know my way around. I feel so old.
Just point me in the right direction.
Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
I am a shield wall unto myself!
I'd better not wake up dead.
I'll hit you twice hard next time!
You're not done yet, not if I have any say in the matter.
On it. Right. On it.
I can't even rotate the camera to see where I'm going.
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Yes, I got it.
You got it.
Will do.
Okay, we are
On it. Right. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
So here's some new blood to compete the furnace that will last long. Things supposed to do something to me, should I care? I'll tell you, I don't care about this contest, I don't care if I've ever lived, that sensor has given me a wonderful playground. I have high hopes of making it out with all my pieces intact. If Sensor wanted this to be challenging, he should have sent people with more drive. With the help of my mates and a few sages, we'll close the competition to find ash and powder our faces with their defeat. Do any of you want this man to find a sign archive? Because I don't. Think sages can get it open, do you?
Cure.
That's how. You feel inclined to misbehave if you knew you'd be put down the moment you start acting rabbit. Our sages know their place. Help you obey, or you die. Short-sighted fool, this is how you are tough. You discard the kids who don't study. Even the Western Arab would be offended by this. Cat in the...
To battle! Are you afraid of death, worm?
On your knees, worm!
Take that! On it. I got it.
Come and face my iron! You dent!
Right.
No! Crap! My nose! My nose! No!
Is that no?
On it. On it. Curious.
Ooh. Unravelers gain. Nah. I think this is gonna be it for me for today. I'm gonna save the game. And thank you for everybody who watched the stream. See you next time.